Radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center with plenty of clouds around. A little bit earlier this morning, some of you had mostly clear skies, and as a result, the temperatures really dropped. Not all that bad as far as our temperatures go as of right now compared to what we have been getting. Looks as though we're going to move up into the upper 20s here by the time the day is all done. Matthew, temperature-wise, what do we have right now?
Well, over at the airport, it's cloudy at 20. Over in Midland, it's cloudy at 19. Here, Radio Center, it's cloudy at 23. We have southwest winds at 5 miles per hour, and our pressure is at 30.10, and it's steady.
Yeah, we started off a little bit on the chilly side over in Michigan's Thumb, where they're basically we were looking at clear skies. Bad Axe had an overnight low of 2. Carroll looking at 2. Flint was looking at 8. Bay City coming in at 2. Lapeer, 6. Owasso had an overnight low of 11. Here in the immediate Saginaw area, our overnight low was 5. Midland was 3. Tawas also looking at 3. Caseville, normally they're warmer because of the water. They started off at 9 this morning. Houghton Lake at 5. West Branch 2 below 0. Alma coming in at 14. Cass City and Caro coming in at 1 and 2 below 0 overnight. Standish 3 below 0. Frankenmuth started off at 4. And a couple other locations looking at 4, 5, and 6 degrees. But again, where there were clouds, temperatures were a good 10 degrees warmer overnight. And right along the Lake Michigan shoreline, where obviously you still have open water and plenty of clouds, temperatures never really dropped down much below 20 degrees overnight, with a few locations having an overnight low of 28 or 29. Way up in the Upper Peninsula, temperatures are really going to drop as we go through the weekend. Temperatures here are going to be dropping as well. We're looking right now, and now these are not wind chills. These are going to be actual temperatures. Over the weekend, the Dakotas are going to be looking at afternoon highs of anywhere from 0 to 10 below 0. Des Moines, Iowa is going to have a high over the weekend of 7. Chicago also at 7. Ironwood as well as Minneapolis. We're going to be looking at temperatures approaching 0 for highs in Ironwood and Minneapolis. Matter of fact, some of the forecasters I've been looking at are telling me it's not even going to hit 0 in Ironwood, and Minneapolis. St. Paul is also going to be hovering at or below 0. A mix of sun and clouds as we go through the day today. Our high temperature will work our way up to about 26, maybe 27 degrees. We'll have a light southwest wind right around 10 miles per hour. But as we move into the evening hours, those temperatures are going to drop right off. Mostly cloudy skies, snow shower activity. There will be a low pressure system, which is generating the southwest wind right now because it's crossing the Upper Peninsula. It's going to be over Lake Huron, northern Lake Huron, late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So that's going to be driving our temperatures down. Our overnight low of 12 tonight will only generate a high of 14 for a high on Saturday. That 14 degrees is going to be reached real early in the day on Saturday and continue to drop as we go through the day, simply because a cold front will move through. Snow shower activity will be more than likely right around midnight, a little bit after, tapering off in the early morning hours on Saturday. Saturday, for the most part, is going to turn out to be mostly cloudy, maybe a glimpse of sun here and there. The difference is going to be because that low is moving away from Michigan. We're going to have more of a west wind, and it's going to pick up. We'll have wind chills, very chilly wind chills below 0. We'll have a west wind gusting up to 25 miles per hour during the day on Saturday. Saturday night, the winds will taper off a little bit, will become clear as we go into Saturday night. We're going to be looking at a low on Saturday night of 2. And during the day on Sunday, we'll warm up a little bit more instead of 14 like we'll see for a high right after midnight on Saturday morning. Sunday, we'll work our way up to about 19 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds and some flurries. The reason why it's going to be so chilly, there will be a high pressure system over Iowa, and that's going to be pulling that cold air down over the Great Lakes. Now, that high is going to be drifting off to the east. So by Sunday night, we'll drop down to about 14 for a low. Again, that's Sunday night. And I got a funny feeling some of you with partly cloudy skies on Sunday night will drop down into the single digits. Now, on Monday, we'll have clouds. We'll also have a pretty good chance of some snow showers, snow flurry activity. 18 for a high on Monday. 12, 13 degrees with cloudy skies on Monday night. Then on Tuesday, we're going to begin the warming trend. Mostly cloudy skies on Tuesday, 32 for a high, 25 for a low. On Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies, 38 for a high. We'll only drop down to 32 for a low on Wednesday night. Along with that 32 degrees, though, is going to come a pretty good chance of rain shower activity. So the morning commute for Thursday morning of next week, if you've got some plans, you might, as of right now, need to start a little bit early because we are looking for a low temperature of right around freezing on Wednesday night and a pretty good chance of a rain shower on Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. Thursday's high is going to make it up to about 42 for a high and only drop down to the middle 30s for a low on Thursday night. Long range now, we're seeing a change as far as our temperatures go. Long range will take us right up till Christmas Day is going to be a change in our temperature trends to at or above normal for this time of the year. The precipitation trend is going to pick up as well. We're going to be looking at a very steady stream of low pressure systems crossing southern Canada from the west to the east. Again, we're going to be south of that track. So we're going to be on the warmer side of that track. And along with it is going to come a chance of some precipitation with each passing low pressure system moving through Canada. And again, that's going to be during the week next week. Normal high for this time of the year right now is 36 in the afternoon and 24 at night. We will be dropping down, obviously, quite a bit, but then temperature-wise, as we move into the end of the week next week, what's average is going to be about 33 in the afternoon and 20 for a low. So we're going to be running above normal as far as the temperatures go. Afternoon highs will very easily be in the upper 30s, but the nighttime lows are going to be what's really important because at this stage, it does appear as though our nighttime lows should be in the middle 20s. And if that's the case, there's a very good chance that along with those warmer temperatures during the day and a precipitation pattern, that precipitation at night could be in the form of wet snow. So we'll have to really keep an eye on these temperatures as we move into the tail end of next week. Record high on this date is 61. That was set back in 1949. The record low is 2 below zero. That was set in 1962. Incidentally, the coldest ever, 12th of December, was 1962. 16 was our high to go along with that 2 below zero reading. The warmest ever, 12th of December, you got to go back to 1968. 49 was our high. 45 was our low. And the most snow on this date, go back to 1972. We had 6.5 inches of snow. A year ago, our high was 22. Our low was 11. We had a trace of precipitation, a trace of snow. Sun will set this evening at 5 o'clock, rise tomorrow morning at 8:01. So that, in a nutshell, is what the weather forecast is going to be for the next few days. Coming up, Matthew, who do we have?
Coming up next, we have Kevin Pike from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Rummel Insurance Agency. Remember, they do understand the risks that you face as a Michigan farm and agribusiness owner, and they know that every farm's needs vary like the crops in their fields. You're more than a number at the Rummel Agency. They know you have a family, goals, and dreams for your future, and these are very important things to you. So they want to get to know you one-on-one so they can help get the right farm insurance protection for you and your family. Obviously, pricing is a very important situation that everyone takes a look at when you're looking at insurance, but also the value of what you're paying for and the additional benefit that you get working with the Rummel Agency really makes the value of that policy even greater. So check them out. The Rummel Insurance Agency, with offices in Frankenmuth, Saginaw, and Caro. We say good morning to Kevin Pike over at Star of the West. Kevin, how are we looking today?
Yeah, it's a little sunny here, so that seems about the good news of here today. But on the market-wise, I feel like we've been saying this for a while here. It's another slow news day. Looking into the markets, corn continues to just sway back and forth from that 450 to 440 futures these past few weeks. Export sales are remaining solid as that USDA export sales are reporting that is still catching up for that government shutdown, but they still have us pegged at 30% above last year's sales. On the bearish side, Argentina and Ukraine corn are going to start to challenge this U.S. dominance that we've had in sales. Our Argentina corn is about 60%. New crop planting is reporting about 86% good to excellent. And also some news coming out of China is that they're reporting a record large crop of 301 million metric tons, which is above 2% last year. The soys are definitely taking on the chin today as they have constantly been dropping over the last couple of weeks. Some good news is that China's buying soys as they look to keep up their end of the deal with that 12 million metric ton pledge that they offered us, with reports saying that they're nearing about 7 million metric tons bought there. However, it still seems unlikely that we'll reach that 12 million metric tons by the end of this year. And wheat is facing more bearish news as well. After a 4-cent jump yesterday, the market kind of gave it right back this morning. The Rosario Exchange in Argentina raised their wheat production up to an estimated record 27.7 million metric tons, which is about 60%, and they're at 60% harvest completed now.
Yeah, so what we're looking at is South America. They're our June right now, right? As far as the weather goes.
Yep.
So they're getting ready. They're getting ready to harvest some wheat here pretty quick.
Yeah, they're definitely ramping up on that on their end there, and by all records, they're looking at a good crop down there.
Yeah, and even though the Chinese are buying some soybeans, boy, there's a lot of pressure on the beans right now, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of pressure on them right now. All we can hope for is that this contract can be settled up here, and then hopefully we can start next year on a better note, I guess.
I guess. So right now on the board at Star of the West, what do you have, Kevin?
Yeah, cash wheat is down 2 at 512 on the white, 437 on the red. New crop 26 is down 2 at 537 on the white, 452 on the red. Cash and current price corn is down 3 at 384. New crop 26 is down 2 at 403. Cash and current price soybeans is down 15 at 1009, and new crop 26 is down 11 at 1007.
You have a great weekend, Kevin. We'll talk to you again next week, okay?
Thank you. You as well.
You bet. Kevin Pike over at Star of the West. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me. The Market Report brought to you by Thumb Bank, working with agriculture since 1895. They've got 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay, and they've got the expertise right now because they've been in business as long as what they have in agriculture to keep up with some of the changes that are going on with the ag economy and how those changes could affect your operation. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Also, brought to you the Market Report by Simplot Growing Solutions. Looks like we're going to have an event coming up next Tuesday. It'll be at the Saginaw Valley Research and Extension Center in the Reese-Richville area. Mark it down beginning at 8:30 on Tuesday morning. A number of speakers are going to be there, and they're also going to be, they're going to have RUP and CCA credits available too. So bring your RUP card and enjoy upwards of a half a dozen speakers that are going to be talking about how to handle the challenges that are going to be coming up in 2026. Simplot Grower Solutions, their annual meeting, that'll be next Tuesday at the Saginaw Valley Research and Extension Center. Morning, Doug.
Good morning.
What are we looking at?
Another day of extreme volatility.
Oh,
all across the board, pretty much.
Really? All across the board, huh?
Geez, everything. Yeah. Just don't blink. The Dow Jones hit an all-time high today, now down 0.5%. S&P down 1.25%. Nasdaq's down 2%. So the tech is definitely hands off today. Still talking about rotation out of that sort of investment, but hard to believe headlines, because they change on a minute-by-minute basis. But Caterpillar hit an all-time high today, now down 25 points. So that just kind of goes to show you what wildness we're dealing with. Silver overnight hit 64.57, now trading at 60.85. So $4 from its high to its current price. Like I said, it's extreme volatility. What else? Platinum hit an all-time high today, $1,800 a share or an ounce. They're down about $63 from that high overnight. So again, volatility. Here's your numbers. The March corn is 443.5, down 3. September corn 451.75, down 1.5. The March soybeans 1088, down 14.75. September soybeans 1083.75, down 11. March wheat is 532.5, down a penny, and September wheat 559.5, down 1.5 cents. And sugar's at 1508, so there's the bright spot, up 17 cents. Crude oil is 57.22, that's down 23 cents. Heating oil is 220.67, down 2.2 cents. Gasoline is 175, that's down 1 penny, and natural gas is 407, down 16 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.3787 Canadian, that's up 18 ticks. The dollar buys 155.82 yen, up 25 ticks. The euro's at 117.30, down 8 ticks. The dollar's at 98.49, up 14 ticks. Gold's at 42.70.20, down $26.40. Silver's 60.87, down $3.22. Platinum 17.36, that's up $23. Copper's at 523.65, down 20.7 cents.
All right.
Oh boy.
You were right. Volatility. There it is.
Wild.
All up and down, all over the place today. You have a nice weekend, Doug.
Thanks. Yeah,
all right.
You too.
Talk to you. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland seed headquarters. Also, great opportunities still available to you to not only save up on some of that Dairyland seed, get some special financing, but also take a look at some of the pricing for the raw materials, the resource materials for next year. Vic Huffer and his staff, they'll take care of you. Remember, serving you is their business. They've been doing it since 1983, Freeland Bean and Grain. We'll be right back.
Cover more ground and get more savings on the fast, durable gas or any diesel model Kubota Sidekick with a top speed of 40 miles per hour and outstanding acceleration and handling with cargo. All backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get the Sidekick now for $0 down, 1.99% APR for 36 months, now through December 31st. See Lingle Equipment or go to KubotaUSA.com for a full disclaimer. Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LX Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota LX Series now 0 down, 0% APR for 36 months, or save up to $4,500 now through December 31st. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. See Kim Weiss at Lingle Equipment today. Call 989-754-7801 or email kweiss@lingle1.com. Get year-end savings on Kubota at Lingle Equipment, 3001 Sawyer Drive, Saginaw, just off I-75 at the Carroll exit, south of the Zilwaukee Bridge.
A lot of conversation, as always, when you talk corn. You're talking tar spot. Well, this year, they were still talking tar spot. There was some out there. But there was something else that folks, corn growers, were concerning themselves about.
And there was some this year, but it certainly didn't win the 2025 award for biggest yield robber.
I have never seen the level of southern rust pressure across the Corn Belt like we did in 2025.
Kim Tudor is the technical marketing manager for plant health at BASF.
It caught people off guard. Generally speaking, it doesn't come across the Corn Belt until much later because it blows in from the Gulf of Mexico, and sometimes it comes in super late in the season. But that disease is particularly troublesome because it has a really fast reproductive cycle. Its latent period is only 7 to 10 days. So every week, generally speaking, it's putting off new spores. And so when it comes in, it hits hard.
And Tudor says 2025 wasn't just a year of southern rust and tar spot either.
There was gray leaf spot too. Some fields had northern corn leaf blight. So it was truly a complex of diseases. That corn seed was fighting from the time it went in the ground.
With all those challenges, farmers who chose to cut fungicide from the budget this year likely struggled. Tudor says we can all be a little short-sighted, including her, when it comes to fungicide decisions. You can get caught looking at just the most recent year.
When you look at a performance-driven fungicide like Veltima, and you look at its performance year over year over year, it continues to deliver that yield benefit, that stress mitigation benefit. And it's that consistency that pays for itself.
She shared with me a story of an Iowa grower who decided to apply fungicide to a smaller number of acres. His conclusion at the end of the season?
He said, if you ever let me not treat all my corn acres again, please hit me upside the head with a 2x4. And I think that sums it up really well.
Tudor encourages farmers to have conversations about fungicide now. She even suggests taking advantage of BASF's 0% financing and booking the application if you're thinking about applying Veltima aerially.
That was Eric Pfeiffer from Michigan Ag Today. Along with me, Stephanie Zelenko with AgriLiquid. And Stephanie, did we have much of that in Michigan this year?
We did see some spots. I think it was variable upon weather and field location, and it did come in later than we typically see.
So at this stage of the game, the point was made about application of fungicide. And the story that he gave was one where, boy, if I ever tell you that I'm only going to do a little bit, hit me along the side of the head.
Yeah, I think a lot of growers, when we deal with economic times, cutting back and cutting out some of those applications are first things to go. But I always encourage guys, look at it as a whole system approach and kind of evaluate your season. Go out and scout. Like if you're starting to see the disease come in, then it's definitely dollars worth spending. If you're not seeing anything, then maybe that's the opportunity to, hold back and save those dollars for something else.
Yeah. So at this stage of the game, it's still great opportunities for people to save a little bit, make some commitments here before the end of the year.
It is. It seems like it's that time of year that we're meeting with all of our seed reps, crop protection reps to kind of finalize those plans so they know what they need to get in for you. And so, keep doing those one-on-one meetings. And, shortly after the new year, we'll start those bigger grower meetings and trade show type events, which is a great place to learn.
Stephanie, you have a great weekend, okay?
Thank you. You too.
You bet. Stephanie Zelenko with AgriLiquid. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. They're licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. You can get a hold of their agents on their cells for questions or emergencies, or call the office in Reese, 989-868-4722. Chuck Cervinsky, Maple Hill Nursery in Midland, joining me right now. And Chuck, let's talk about a very popular Christmas flower.
Hey, how about the poinsettia? They've been around for years, known for their beautiful red, pink, and sometimes white and marble-colored foliage during the Christmas season. And with proper care, they can be enjoyed well beyond the Christmas season. You're going to want to place your poinsettia near a sunny window. Indirect filtered sunlight for about 6 hours a day during its flowering is best for it. They like a daytime temperature of about 70 degrees, right around 60 at night. As far as watering, you're going to want to water it when the soil feels dry to the touch. Water it thoroughly and don't allow the plant to set in excess water if you've got a saucer under it. Yellow leaves are going to appearing to be a sign of too much or too little water. It's really not necessary to fertilize during the holidays, but after it's done flowering and goes into its active leaf growth period in the early spring, usually around March, you can fertilize it with some triple 20 liquid fertilizer, or even give it a handful of the Flower Dew 201 potting soil from Morgan Composting to give it a little jump start.
And if anybody's got any questions, they can give you a call or they can stop by, right?
Right. Give us a call here at the store, 989-835-4708, or visit us at 2672 North Eastman in Midland.
And your hours right now, Chuck?
8 to 5, Monday through Friday, Saturday, 8 until 1.
You have a great weekend, Chuck.
You too. Talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week. Chuck Cervinsky, Maple Hill Nursery in Midland. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Steel.
I'm Steve Kathan. Opponents of President Trump's big White House ballroom project have gone to court, as we hear from CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The first major lawsuit has been filed by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. It names President Trump and others, including Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. The lawsuit argues the administration failed to undergo legally required reviews or receive congressional authorization for the project. The president had said the ballroom would be near but not touching the White House structure, then later demolished the entire East Wing.
Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have released another batch of photos from the estate of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. CBS's Jake Rosen.
These photos show anyone